Hi everyone, so today I want to show you how I made this tote gift bag. It's really very cute. I really like this. It's a nice little size and it's just quite sweet. So I've just gone ahead and I've gemmed it up as well, and it's quite sweet. You can reinforce the handles if you think you're going to be putting something heavy in there, but it's quite nice. It measures across the base, it's about 4.25 in length across there, and then the base is about 1.5, and total height is about 6 inches roughly. Okay, obviously if you make your hands a little bit bigger, then it's going to be a bit taller than that, but that's the approximate size. And this bit here obviously sticks out further because of where it bends, but yeah, it's quite nice. I'm going to be using the Arctic Christmas papers from Paper Addict today. So let's get into it. So to make this little gift handbag, you need a piece of double-sided patterned card that is 4 inches by 12 inches. Now, you really need 200 GSM as a minimum. You don't want to go too weighty, but 200 is about right, which is what this is. So I'm using the Arctic Christmas pad from Paper Addicts. And I thought I'd go for this lovely fair isle on the front, and I've got the deers that are going to be on the inside. So what you want to do is start on whatever side you're going to use as the inside, and you want to get some red tape, and you're going to put it all the way along the bottom and up one side. Okay, now you probably saw me putting 2 lines of tape on. It's just because my tape's really thin and I didn't have anything that was any thicker than that. Right, so next what you want to do is put that to one side. Take your piece, you need a piece of card, again double-sided. Now I've gone for this one, which has got a blue on one side and it's got the little trees on the other. I'm going to put the trees as the outside, so the base of my handbag, and I'm going to have this as the inside. I could have it the other way around, but that's the way I want to do it, this way around. Okay, so what you want to do, this piece of card is 2.5 by 5.25. Okay, you need to bring your scoreboard into place. And what you're going to do is you're just going to score 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So now what you want to do is, if you just you're just going to trim down there like that, and the same on this side. Okay, so you've made yourself some little tabs. Now you're going to go ahead and just fold all of these up. And then you just need to take some red tape, and I've got a little bit thicker here. This was going to be too thick. I think it's going to be too thick for the base, but it'll be okay for this. And you just want to cut some little squares, and they're going to go on your little tabs, and then you're going to make a tray, like a little tray with your piece of paper that your card that you've just folded. So we're going to take this, stick that on there. So like that. And then I'm just going to peel off the backing. And then if you bring your side up, bring that round, and that's just going to stick on the outside of your tray. You're not going to see this edge. You will see the base, but you won't see this. But you will see all inside here, which is why I'm sticking the tab on the outside. So you should end up with a little base like that, little tray base. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring back your big piece of card, so your 4 inches by 12 inches, and you're going to start at the side that doesn't have So this one's got the tape going top to bottom. You're going to start at the other side and you're going to just put this onto your base and it's going to stick around the bottom of your base. Okay, now if you want to, you can have your join at the end, but I would advise that you start it kind of halfway along. So we're going to peel back some of the backing. I'm not going to peel it all off. I'm going to peel back part of the backing. And I'm going to take my tray base and I'm going to put it on, making sure that the bottom here lines up with the bottom of the card. Give it a good press down, and then what we're going to do, just keep peeling a bit back, and then you're going to turn your card and stick the next bit down. Make sure you don't crease this bit. You can crease it just right in that corner there, but don't crease the top half because you want that kind of bucket handbag type look. Right, I'm going to take the rest of that off now, and then I'm going to continue to just turn it, keep it nice and tight, and then stick it down. Okay, so just sort of, you can just crease, you can have a crease around the corner there, you just don't want it going up here. Right, so we're almost there. Let's turn this corner here, stick that down there, and then I'm on the last bit now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these bits off. And then I'm just going to bend that around that corner, stick it along the bottom there, and then stick it along this top section here, like that. So you end up with that, which is really quite nice. And obviously it's, as I say, it's like a bucket type, well, it's called a tote bag, isn't it? Tote gift bag. So yeah, so that's what you end up with, and you've got the nice denim base in the bottom. Just give it a really good press down just to make sure it's completely stuck all along all the edges. Just noticed mine was gaping a little bit there. Okay, so once you've done that, you then, because obviously that's the back of my handbag, and that's the front. Now, because of my pattern being quite busy in the inside, you can see the seam, but it's not that obvious. And that's the best thing to do when you're choosing your paper. If you go for something quite busy for the inside, or something that you're not going to notice, then it's not, it's not really a problem. You can have it finish it off on an edge, but the problem is because you've got that quite a tight curve on the edges, that's why it's better to finish it off in the middle than it is on the edge. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and add some double-sided red tape around the outside, and then we're going to go ahead and stick the ribbon on the base. So I've stuck the tape round again, and then what we're going to do is going to take the ribbon. I've decided to go for this blue because the actual, I've got blue trees on the bottom and you've got the blue on the inside, so I thought that would go nicely. And so we're just going to take the backing off. Again, I'm going to do it in sections. I'm not going to take the whole thing off because I want to be able to have part of it that I can actually push against. Right, so we've put the ribbon around the outside, so now we need to go ahead and put the handles on. Now for the handles you just need 2 bits of card. I've used exactly the same card again, and I've just chosen to cut it so that I know it's slightly big on one side, but it's fine. And then they're approximately 1/2 inch by 6 inches. Okay, and they are going to be the handles. Now, because it's like a tote bag, you don't want big handles, so that's why they're 6 inches. So they're quite small, but that's the kind of look we're going for. Now, because I've got these patterns, and actually the way this pattern is lined up, those 4 ferrule stars have actually lined up quite centrally on my page, which wasn't intentional, but is very helpful for positioning handles. So what we need to do now is I'm going to bring in my punch. I am going to punch, I think, just because I don't want to bend my card. And I'm just going to draw a little pencil line on my handles. Not a line, a little mark. So I know where I need to punch my hole. So I'm just going to do that on both of them. Now you can measure if you want, so you can get, you know, directly halfway and the right distance in, but I'm just going to sort of judge it and hope for the best, really. So I'm going to go ahead now and punch these out. Okay, so once you've done that, you then want to go ahead and line them up on your, I'll put them on the outside for now. We're going to actually stick them on the inside, but for now we're going to put them on the outside just so we can line them up. And then I'm going to line them up so that they go in line with here and here. So I'm just going to make a whole little mark there and a little mark on here. And the same on the back. So on the back it's a little bit more tricky, but I reckon, in fact, let me punch the front ones and then we can work out where the back need to be. Okay, so based off the back, off the front ones, I think we need to go around here and about here. And again, if you want, you can measure it. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ribbon over the top of the holes I've just made, which obviously sounds a bit crazy, but if I try and punch holes in the ribbon, it may well fray. Whereas if I try and get a brad through where the hole is, that would probably work. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to put some red tape on around the top, and I'm going to stick my ribbon down, and then we're going to move on to putting the handles in, putting the brads on, and then putting another line of tape on the inside. Okay. Okay, so I've put some red tape on, but I've just missed the holes deliberately because I didn't want to have stickiness through the holes. So now we're going to peel off the backing and we're going to stick our ribbon down. Right, so I've put the tape, not the tape, the ribbon around the top there and stuck it down. So that's what you get there. Now, if you hold it up to the light, which obviously I can't really show you, but when you hold it up to the light, I can actually see through where the hole is. So what I'm going to do is going to take my bradawl and just poke it through that hole, just to get a bit of a hole through the ribbon. So I'm going to do the same with this one, and then the same at the back here. So if you just hold it up to the light, you'll soon see where the hole is for your handles. Right, now mine aren't all completely central on the ribbon, which is a bit of a pain, but whatever, it's fine. So then we're going to take our handle and you need 4 brads. Now I've got these little snowflake brads which I found, which are great. And you're going to start, I'm going to start on the front for now. You're going to poke your brad through. Then I'm going to take my handle, and I want this bit to be on the front. I'm just going to place that over there like that, and just open up the pins on the other side like that. And I'm going to stretch this over to the other side and add in the other brad. Now looking at this, I could probably have gone with slightly longer handles, but anyway. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so that's the front of the bag done. So I'm now going to turn it over and repeat the process on the back. So there we go with the handles in. Now you might feel that your handles are a little bit flimsy. If you think that, you can go ahead and strengthen them before you put them on if you want to. So you can just undo the brads, add an extra bit of card, and then put them back on. Or if you want to, you can put ribbon over the top of them. That also helps add a bit of weight. Mine aren't too bad, as long as it's not too heavy. As long as whatever I put in there is not going to be too heavy, it should be okay. And then the only thing you want to do, if you want to, you don't have to do it, is just to cover up this inside bit where the brads are. So once you're happy with your handles, you're happy with how they are, you just go ahead and you're going to repeat the process again of what you've done on the outside here, but you're just doing it on the inside. So it is a bit fiddly because obviously you're now on the inside of the bag, but you're just going to go ahead and put more ribbon in here like this, and it will cover up all of this. I've added the tape. Now I did struggle a bit, but part of that is because I would normally obviously get my head right in there, you know, have a really good look. And obviously because I'm filming, I can't get my head over the camera because obviously otherwise you can't see. So I did struggle a bit doing that, but normally I don't struggle, not like that much. So now what we're going to do is take the backing off, and then we're going to add the ribbon in. And again, I will have more trouble this time around because I can't really get my head in there, whereas I would normally do that. So yeah, so you guys shouldn't have a problem. The other thing as well is if you choose a tape, a double-sided tape that is actually the right size, the same width as your ribbon, that will help you massively. Because I'm having to do 2 layers, that obviously has hindered me quite substantially. So I've managed to get the ribbon in. I found it better to do just a little section at a time. My handles definitely could have been a bit thicker. The other thing to note is when I was putting the ribbon on the outside, I started at the back for the join and worked my way round. When I'm doing the inside ribbon, I started at the front because obviously when you look at that, you don't want to see the join of the ribbon on the inside at the back. So that's why I did it that way around. So yeah, so that's your little bag, and then obviously you can go ahead, fill it up with whatever treats you want, and you can obviously put a gift tag on it if you want to. But it's just a really cute little bag. Also, if you wanted to as well, if you want to fathom out the instructions, you can actually, you know, upsize it if you want to. Obviously your handles would have to be a bit more weighty for that, but you can always fold your card in half and double it up so that it's, you know, nice and sturdy. So that's also a possibility. But it's a nice little bag. I do like it. It's very cute. And I love this pattern. I just thought this pattern really suited it. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add little gems in every single star going round, which obviously could take a while, but I'm going to go ahead now and do that. So off camera, I just went ahead and stuck some gems on there, so as you can see, some little tiny gems, and these are actually the Anita's gems you get in a wheel. Very useful because they're really tiny, but they're perfect for this sort of thing. So I've just gemmed it all up around the outside. It's still wet, so that's why I'm not touching it. But yeah, but hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you'll have a go. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll see you again next time. Bye.